I bring you greetings from Kumasi in Ghana, and greetings to all the excellencies, the distinguished guests, and the audience who are viewing or listening to us from all over the world. I'm really happy to be part of this global initiative. And I would like to start my presentation by showing the outline of the format. And then to start with, I would like to say that you will all agree with me that this pandemic called COVID-19 has proven to all of us, the whole world in particular, that no individual or nation is ever adequately prepared for adversity. It took all of us by surprise. However, the challenges of the global south to look inwards and solve the peculiar problems rather than looking for help from elsewhere. And this new global dimension brings with it complexities as well as new possibilities. And the science, technology, and innovation plays a vital role in understanding the impact chains underlying these global challenges and the interactions with other factors such as socio-cultural considerations. Now, looking at some opportunities for global STI cooperation post-COVID, I'll say that in the future, governments are likely to be more willing to invest in STI, considering the role scientific research has played. There is also the likelihood of a broader scope of discussion on risks and threats associated with our human existence, on issues such as infectious diseases, public health, food security, climate change, which may foster global cooperation going forward. Also, big pharmaceutical companies and research labs are more likely to be willing to invest in neglected diseases and vaccines going forward. There's also the opportunity to consolidate the knowledge and best practices that have been gathered along the way from different institutional settings and locations in the world. There's a better appreciation of the fact that modern threats are not localized, but can spread very fast and become a global crisis. Hence, the need for close cooperation among countries and people. Also, online meeting platforms like ours have become the new normal, and therefore money that is meant for research will be used for research and very little spent on traveling and boarding and lodging to attend conferences elsewhere. In terms of challenges, I would like to talk about the fact that because the COVID pandemic has forced nations to look out for themselves, there's a tendency for self-reliance, and that countries are likely to focus on themselves and not see the need for cooperation at all. COVID-19 has also brought forth all manner of conspiracy theories circulating on our social media and other forms of media, and this have heightened the distrust among and between scientists and the potential donors. They don't know what to believe again. Because of this, there's a need to consciously develop narratives that will make both policymakers and the general public understand the seriousness of STIs and the need for cooperation and the need for them to support the agenda. I continue with challenges by saying that because of the different perceptions and approaches to the response to COVID across the divide in different countries, there's been a bit of backlash between some policies, a bit of strain on international relations, which might be a barrier to future STI cooperations among these countries. Also, economies of many countries have been badly affected by COVID, the interventions that came with it. And therefore, going forward, there's a likelihood that the limited funding available for research might be skewed towards supporting COVID-related projects, and therefore non-COVID-related projects might not get the needed attention. In addition, some countries have been seen to have cut their funding to certain UN agencies. And this might result in reduced effectiveness of these agencies that coordinate global STI cooperation. Now, I end my intervention with some recommendations for the future. There's the need for data transparency and sharing and proper interpretation. In the midst of all this, those with the data should be assured of adherence to intellectual property regulations. Also, there's a need for building of local capacity in terms of personnel and infrastructure all over the world, so that research can be conducted, credible data can be generated without necessarily traveling. There's also the need for a bold global approach to transdisciplinary collaboration research in STI, which is happening already, but that should be coupled with human sciences dimensions, which most of the time is either missing or very limited. And I cite the example of the Accra Digital Center and the Future Africa Campus, who are doing excellent in terms of these bold approaches to research. In conclusion to my recommendations, I'd like to say that there's the need to invest in the training of credible science communicators so that in times of crisis, their voice will overshadow fake news. I'll end my submission here and then join in when there's time for concluding remarks or questions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Marian, thank you so much for that very, very comprehensive intervention and overview of the opportunities and challenges. And thank you also for the concrete recommendations. I think it's great to have the recommendation on science communication, so critical now to the work that is being done.